Hey guys, what's going on? Y'all know I had to jump on live today to talk about this situation with Will Smith and Jada. This is crazy, so I had to jump on today and talk about it. Uh, it's a very interesting dynamic that's going on, to say the least. So I had to jump on. Usually I don't like to talk about sensationalized type stuff, but this is something I feel like that's related to the black community overall. The whole situation with protecting black women when it's the right time to give that protection. So I feel like this is a very important topic to talk about. I know it's dealing with celebrities, but at the same time, it's still an important topic to talk about. Also, before we get into this, guys, please remember to uh, share this video. If you're watching this video now, whether you're watching it live or you're watching it down the road, please remember to share this video. Help us grow the channel. We're still trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So right now, I think we like at 528 subscribers. So we're still trying to get to that 1,000 subscribers. So please help us out with that. And also share, like, subscribe. If you disagree with anything I say on this video, please comment, leave a comment. I love to, even after the live is over, I like to get in the comment section, reply to all comments. I try to reply to every comment that y'all leave. So please remember to leave a comment and leave a comment during this live stream. Also, I think that's about it. Also, yes, I have the link if you want to join in to discuss this whole fiasco that happened last night. Click the link, join me on the live stream. We can discuss it. But definitely, I definitely want to cover some points on this. From the title, from the thumbnail, you probably seen, you kind of know where my stance is on it. My stance, I think it was a bad situation. I think it was overall was a bad look for Will Smith. I think it was a bad look for Will Smith. I don't think it's a good look for him at the end of the day. That's my take on it. So guys, and I'm gonna go into it. I'm gonna go over all the different talking points I have on it. I definitely want you guys to give y'all point of views in it. So please, if you want to, click the link. If you see the link, click the link, join me. Let's discuss this thing. I got my own personal views on it, but I definitely don't want to I definitely want to get y'all point of view on this as well. Because in my opinion, I think it was a very, very bad look. Um, I know what y'all guys been saying when it happened last night. A lot of you guys, y'all was talking about like, yeah, he should do that. That's his wife. Chris Rock was making fun of his wife. That's what you're supposed to do as a man. Some men were saying the same thing. As a man, you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to protect your wife. Protect your woman when she's being made fun of. And I'm gonna go over that. I'm gonna go over all of that, the breakdown of all of that, in my opinion, my point of view of it, to give another perspective on it. Because I think the majority of the people are cheering Will Smith on in this situation, but I don't think this was the right situation to cheer him on. So let's get into the first thing I want to harp on is Chris Rock is a comedian. That's his thing. He tell jokes. All Most comedians, they high side on people in the audience. That's what comedians do. And so this is the new thing now. Are we gonna uh say that all men need to go on stage and hit a comedian every time they get their feeling hurt, or they take your girlfriend to a comedy show, and if a comedian talk about your old lady, your girlfriend, your wife, you gonna go on stage and assault that comedian? We got to look at what we're talking about now. So you go to these shows, your girlfriend gonna be looking at you to talk crazy, to go defend her honor if she get joked on at a show. That's the new standard we're setting right now. So guys, keep that in mind. Um, I know things are different in Hollywood too. We can't cheer this on. I mean, this is Hollywood. We know that. But y'all talking about y'all make it seem like y'all can really do this in the regular world. Like, it's consequences to doing things like this in the real world. And I expect, I hate to say this, this may sound bad, but I expect women to cheer Will on. Women, they act more on the emotional side of things. As men, we supposed to be the more rational of the two. We supposed to be more rational in our thinking, and we just don't go acting off emotions, off everything. And that kind of brought me to my next point. Like, Will Smith, from what I see, and some of you guys may see, he's very emotional unstable right now because of Jada. Jada made him emotionally unstable now with their past, with whether it's him not living up to being the man she really liked, which is a Tupac type of dude, whether it be the whole thing regarding the August situation, where like she's in the last year or two been making him the butt of jokes. At the end of the day, she is the common denominator that's making him feel like he have to go to these extreme routes, like slapping Chris Rock. At the end of the day, she's the common denominator. She's the one that's putting him in the bad light, making him the butt of jokes and things like that, where he feel like he gotta go slap comedians on stage. So that's another issue. Like, he have a woman that's making him very unstable emotionally. His wife. He has a wife that's putting him in this situation where, whether it's talking about his public relationship and the things they have going on with the August situation. We could just go back to the past interviews where she had talking about August made her feel good when he was there on the red table talk. She told this man that another man made her feel good publicly in his face. And then he had the teary-eyed and all that bullshit on the red table talk. And at this point, I'm tired of seeing Will Smith with the teary-eyed. I'm tired of seeing him crying and teary-eyed. And it all lead back to something dealing with Jada in these situations. So that's my spill on that. It goes back to Jayla. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like Will Smith needs to get a divorce. Will Smith needs a divorce for his own mental. He really needs to leave Jada for his own mental state. He really needs to leave Jada, because at the end of the day, it all leads back to Jada causing these issues, the teary-eyed and the crying and making him look bad. Like, she is the common denominator in these situations, guys. And also, guys, I see people coming in and out. Also, remember to subscribe. How y'all guys feel? If you watching live, leave me a comment right now. Also like the page, like the video. But let's interact. Leave me a comment. Let me know how you feel about this situation. I just don't want to give my take on it. I definitely want to hear you guys' thoughts on this as well, because this is, never to say the least, this is interesting. But yeah, man. And another thing I was thinking about, because let's see here. I got a comment here. Let's see what it see. It's blocked. The straw that broke the camel's back. Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. I feel like Will Smith, that wasn't a slap for Chris Rock. That was a slap for all the people that have been making fun of him, making him the butt of all the jokes. That was a slap for everybody. That wasn't just for Chris Rock. That was a slap for everyone. Everyone. The man was just fed up. But it all goes back to the reason he's fed up is because of Jada. Jada is the issue. At the end of the day, she the one running the show. She gave him the gangster look and made him be a do boy. You know, she basically made him be a do boy, gave him the look like ninja. You better go up there and handle that, or you not. It's not gonna be a pleasant situation at home. So she made him a do boy. She made him a do boy. She gave him the look, and he had to do something. You could tell by the slap. You can look at the slap. The slap wasn't low. It was like a girly slap. You when you look at it in slow mo, it was like it wasn't no man slap, you know, which was crazy. It wasn't even no man slap. It was like, but at the end of the day, what's a slap? So it was like he really didn't want to slap the guy, but he had to because Jada gave him that look. He didn't really want to go slap the guy from the look of it. It looked like he really didn't want to get down and busy and do that. So you had that, but it all goes back to Jada. All goes back to Jada. Yeah, so that's the common denominator. But also another thing was I don't think that was the right time. Everybody say, man, it ain't no wrong time to defend your old lady honor. But I'm like, that was an award show. That was a award show that millions of people was watching. You are a big time celebrity. You represent. That just wasn't the right time. As a grown man, it's so many better ways to handle that, you know. And let me get on. I see Crystal is on in the back. Let me get her on. Hold on, Chris. I'm about to bring you on. You smile. You ready to jump on this?
I am not. Well, really, I had to go ahead and do my.
Hey, there we go. Okay, Chris, what's going on?
I had to run to the grocery store. I do my motherly and wifely duties and feed the children.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. So we got you on now. So what's going on? So what? I've been talking a little bit about it. I'm gonna stop talking. Let me get your point on it right now.
Hold on. What have you said about it? That's the real question.
I said that I ain't really get into it a lot, but so far I have said that everything lead back to Jada. Jada is the common denominator. That the reason he felt like he had to go up there and slap this man in public is because of all the stuff publicly that happened between him and Jada, him being the butt of jokes, memes, and the teary face at the red table talk. It all leads back to Jada. Jada is the common denominator. I say this man need a divorce for his own mental state.
Oh, okay. 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 I love it. I love it. I sincerely love it. It all comes to Jada. Huh.
She is the common denominator in this. From where we going back to the whole him not being living up to the man she really want, like a Tupac. Then the red table talk. She said, "You wasn't making me feel good. August made me feel good. August, she said on red table talk. She said a whole nother man made her feel good.
No, she didn't. Y'all be taking people's words out of context.
But did she not say that?
She didn't say it like that. That's not what she said. That's not what she said.
Okay, you have the floor.
Now, I always tell people there is a difference in marriages. When you start out at a very early age married, that you're still finding yourself as a person. And people forget that because most people don't marry early nowadays. So they don't understand that. That's a real moment. She wasn't saying it as if he wasn't fulfilling. You go through a thing because you're transitioning into your true womanhood and everything. And you have to get used to that. And people act like that's not a real moment. And men have it too. They usually go through it later in their 40s. But most women go through it between 30s and 40s. It may be 50s. It just depends on the situation. But it's a real transparent moment when you've been married for a very long time, because you have to give your partner the grace to grow up, both of y'all. And so that's a real transparent moment that most people who are not married don't understand, especially if you didn't get married early. When you get married in your 20s, you're not the same person 30, 40, and 50. And y'all have to learn how to live with each other, because you're not the same. You're going to be changing and growing. And sometimes you don't even grow at the same rate. So let me just throw that in there.
Okay.
And everything. Because it's literally a serious thing. It does not mean that you don't want to be with your partner. It means that you're learning how to adjust to the new you in the new marriage that you're going to have.
Okay.
Which is why some people get divorced, and why some people go through couple counseling, and why some people stay married. Because you got to literally, it's a hard navigation. If it was easy, if marriage was easy, everybody would stay married. Everybody would be married.
But it's levels to it, though. It's now what you said, that totally makes sense. But when you go on national TV, well, I don't say TV, online, social media, whatever it was, and you say another man made you feel good.
But that doesn't mean
that was supposed
but that's a real just transparent moment. It doesn't mean that you can't make me. It means that we're not communicating at this proper time where y'all hear each other. That's what I said. That's just being honest in a marriage and everything. And that takes the growth.
Yeah, but she's when this whole August stuff happened, her saying that she in her 40s or 50s, whatever how age she is.
Okay. And that's normal.
That ain't normal.
It really is. Because they've been married how long? How many years they got in that marriage?
But I'm talking about the whole.
How many years they
got another man made you feel good?
How many years do they got in that marriage?
A lot.
A lot, right?
Yeah.
A lot. They got a whole journey.
But it didn't have to come out.
It's not no but. Because when a man goes out and does stuff, what do y'all say? Oh, well, his wife must not been doing what she was supposed to do at home. Ain't that the first thing y'all say? But now, when she was transparent and open about it, that at this time we weren't giving each other what we needed. And we weren't having that conversation.
She shouldn't have said that. She shouldn't have said
that.
You
can't say that. You can't say that.
She shouldn't have said that.
When men get caught cheating, what they say? What does the public say? Oh, well, she wasn't doing what she supposed to do at the house.
That's the public. But it's different when your spouse says it.
The man says it too. Well, I wasn't getting a man will be honest and he will say, I wasn't getting what I could get at home. But were you having that conversation to get that at home?
But no man ain't going on Facebook saying that to the public, though.
Yes. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they did. They have been. What people can't stand about the Smiths is that they have all.
We lost Crystal. Oh, there she go. Get her back on.
And people can't stand that.
Crystal, you freezing up on me. I'm gonna take you back out, and maybe give you a chance to let me add you back. Hold on. There you go. Okay, I got you back at it. Okay, there you back in. Can you hear me?
I am. Yeah.
Okay. Hear you good now. Okay, so what you were saying?
The real question is why y'all can't separate the two incidents.
What two incidents? Did Crystal freeze on me again? Oh,
did I?
Okay, there you go. You said now what two incidents we need to separate?
Y'all are merging this entanglement with the Oscars. Those are two separate entities.
No. I'm saying they connect. Like
no,
not
they don't. Will Smith has already came out and made a public thing and said it literally had something to do with her health. No one wants to be honest and take that into a court. What y'all are basically saying, and let's be honest, what y'all are basically saying is that him as a husband, that because they have shared this with the public, that he should treat his woman like what? What are y'all saying? Like, you gotta really start opening. Yes. Y'all
No,
not making sense.
I'm not saying the
What do
entanglement.
y'all want him to treat her like? What do y'all want him to treat her like in public? What do y'all want him to treat her like in public?
Treat
Just
her
tell
like
the truth.
no. Nobody telling
Nope.
him.
Yes,
Nobody
y'all are.
saying
Yes.
treat Jada
That's
bad in
exactly what
public.
y'all are saying. Yes, it is. It is.
Nobody's
It
saying that.
is. Yep.
Nobody's
Y'all,
saying
you
that.
supposed to be sitting here looking like, bitch, shut up. Don't say nothing. Don't do this. That's what y'all are saying. That is
No,
what you are
no.
saying. There's so
Well,
many
that's
words.
I'm gonna like I'm speaking for myself. That is not what I'm
Yes,
saying.
you are. That is what y'all are perpetrating. Just like when your girlfriend make you mad or your little girl to be make you mad. Oh, well, I'm a dog out. Y'all want him to publicly dog this woman out.
No. I said only thing I said he need a divorce. That's the only thing I said.
Why?
Let me go back.
Because they have their marriage and their marriage is open.
Listen.
They have a transparent marriage. He has already said that she's never cheated on him and he's never cheated on her.
No, I don't have an issue with that part. That ain't the part I'm talking about. Not the entanglement part. It is the part where she embarrassed him. Like not the entanglement. It's the part about saying, "Oh, listen, the man, he made me feel good."
How?
That part.
How?
You shouldn't be saying that another man
made
you feel good.
You can't say that. They're open. That's what y'all keep missing. They are open. They are transparent, not only with their partnership, but with their relationship. They had already openly said that before they ever get a divorce, they'll just live on two opposite sides of the house because they're lifetime partners. And that's why I said y'all don't want to take that into account. He has already openly said that the reason he snapped out was because the joke was towards the health, not because the joke was towards her career, not being up to his, but because the joke was relevant to her health. And that is just the truth of the matter. Chris Rock has already came out and said, what? I shouldn't have said that.
Hey, y'all think he got slapped?
Yeah, usually that's when you tell somebody you shouldn't have said something. That's usually when you tell somebody I shouldn't say.
Okay, that's a good point. That's stay there. That's there right there.
When somebody hit you, when you realize that it came up towards you.
So I'm gonna be honest. Like nobody know what the hell got Jayla Pittman got going on with her health.
Yes, they.
No, but she ain't that important to know what the fuck going on with her health. Oh, you freezed again. Perfect timing. She froze up again.
Okay, you tell a story. Yep. Because you can't sit here and say, oh, well, we know all about the red table talk and we know about the entanglement. Then you know that girl going through that stuff with her hair because you watch.
We didn't know. We didn't know.
Yes, we did.
The majority of the people did not know she had no damn alopecia.
Yes, they
nobody.
did. And Chris Rock is a peer.
Nobody knows.
Chris Rock is a peer, so he did know. He did.
That man got his own stuff going on. How he gonna be knowing what's going on with her health? They just say
Google.
They just say worst case scenario. Listen, they just say worst case scenario. He did know.
No, I think everybody did know that he didn't know, and the truth is he did know, and that's what people don't.
They say he did know. Okay, let's go with that. He did know. It was a light. It was a light. It was a lighthearted joke about.
Y'all talk about women who wear makeup and wear wigs and stuff. That ain't a lighthearted joke to us sisters. Y'all not finna tell me that. Y'all not finna lie and tell me that.
He didn't talk about her hair. He just said that.
Baby, the G.I. Joe reference was to who then, baby?
The G.I. Jane reference
to her bald head. To her bald head that you put on your Facebook side by side. Oh, okay. You put it side by side. AKA,
but at the end of the day,
her head, she should be in J.I. Jane.
It was lighthearted. It was lighthearted. Maybe it was if he knew that she had that issue, it was bad taste. But
he admitted that it was bad taste. He literally said he shouldn't have said it.
It was lighthearted, and it most definitely didn't warrant a going on stage slap and all that.
But can we always say that? Can we always say that? When we know that when Chadwick was sick, that people made all type of fun and everything and stuff. Right? Folks made fun all day. And then how everybody was looking when you found out, oh, he ain't just losing weight. Because, everybody just assumed maybe he losing weight for a film. No, that man really sick. He was really sick. So she don't just cut her hair because she want to cut her hair. She doesn't really have a choice but to cut her hair because she's thinning. That's just the truth of the matter. And everyone keeps trying to go back to the cheating part. But how is G.I. Jane a reference towards the cheating? They would have had to name the actual actress and been like, "Oh, you a Demi Moore," and it's
Okay.
still not a good reference because Demi Moore left Bruce Willis. That's true. Jada didn't leave. They didn't leave each other. They just went on their cool period.
They
And
need to
once
leave each
again,
other
like
though.
I said, we don't get it because we're not in those relationships. We're not in an open relationship. Most people try to do what? You try to do your monogamous. And then when you get caught up in your monogamous, you come up with the excuse that what's going on? Well, I stepped out because I wasn't getting what I needed at the house. So it's okay to say it in a monogamous relationship. But in their open marriage, they can't say that.
Nope.
No
Nope.
one read his book. You don't
No,
like people don't even realize the things that he was on.
no. If he was doing stuff, you saw how he kept it quiet, nothing came out.
No. She didn't tell it. She did not tell it. He told it. And he told it for one reason and one reason only. Because he thought it was going to help his what? Career. He came out with songs to do what? To help his career. Period. You can't help. You can't help when your side piece want to tell it. Can the man help when the side pieces want to tell it? When
man, overall,
they get to look like I'm tired.
I'm with Kirby. Somebody just come and say we'll pull the simp move. I totally agree. That was totally
saying that he should have done it. Everyone said that he shouldn't have done it. But what we're not going to pretend is like you don't get fed up with things. Like that's just an inaccurate statement.
People do get fed up.
I even said it last night. I don't hit people. You literally have to hit me for me to hit you. That's just honest. You're going to have to hit me for me to hit you. But that's how I roll. But I also understand that some people sneak dish. Some people will hit you without you knowing. Some people will let you know, hey, I'm about to hit you. Everybody fights differently. Some people won't do nothing. Some people won't do anything. So we got to just always admit all of that.
Chris, let me ask you this. Why is Will fed up?
People of his peers talking about him and his wife.
Why are they talking about him?
Because it's a time and a place. Those things, all that stuff at an award show is not okay. Now, if it was a roasting session on VH1, okay, cool.
But nobody roast Will at that award show.
LaVon Cox had just talked about them with the entanglement on the red carpet for the SAG Awards.
Okay.
Your peer, like seriously, enough be enough. Because you're here to celebrate my body of work.
So
not bash I don't care. Even if, because at the end of the day, whatever went on, they took care of it in private doors. But ain't no man finna let you sit there and just bash his wife like that and let her just be the butt of the jokes because she was transparent in a moment and people found out their business. That's why I said what we're saying is it's okay to bash and talk horribly about Jada because we know about the entanglement. That's still that man's wife, period. It's still that man's wife. So you basically saying that you respect me as Will Smith, but you don't respect my wife. And ain't nobody finna, like, I don't need, what people are trying to do is, oh, we trying to take up for Will. Will a grown man. Will got it. Will good. He grown. He can handle his own. I promise you he can handle his own. He don't need the world coming to his defense. He don't need it. He doesn't need it. But what the world want to do? Oh, he got to leave Jada. He need to leave Jada. He need to move on from Jada. That ain't y'all business. That ain't, like, they're okay. They are very happy.
Honestly, no, they not okay. They not okay.
No, they are. They are. What's not okay is that the public can't accept that they have the openness in their relationship that they have. Just like people talk about their kids. People went on, oh, well, see, their kids this and that way. Jaden be feeding the world. Their kids literally be feeding the world, are some of the biggest humanitarians that you'll know. But no. One got her hair shaved. Jaden a little weird. He don't talk like you want him to talk. So they done raised their kids wrong. People say that.
They do. I'm not arguing with that. But the truth is,
their parenting skills just might be your parenting skills.
That is true. Like people want me to have an issue with. I can't talk about anybody's parenting skills.
But it all goes into it. because when you are constantly getting these attacks, like that's enough.
But why? But
And Chris Rock had already dragged Jada before. So this was not the first time Chris Rock didn't drag Jada. This was not. So, baby, you're going to have to stand up for what you're talking about, period. Because you dragged her before this.
Okay, I give you that. That's not the first time. Let's move on then. Let's move on. Let's just say, hey, it was bad taste. Chris Rock shouldn't have done it. He shouldn't have done it.
On both of their parts. I honestly agree. It's bad taste on both parts.
Whether it was lighthearted or not. So let's talk about how this should have been handled. Do you agree he handled it the best way, or you like, no, that's bad?
No, I didn't go to sleep at 2 o'clock in the morning. I replayed it several times because I seen it live. See, I seen it live because I was watching the Oscars. Beyonce was performing. So, and Canto was performing too. And babe, we don't talk about Bruno. So Crystal was gonna watch because I was already seeing the people who I needed to see. Okay. And plus they were giving Samuel his award and everything. So I was watching. So I watched it live. Went and got my mama like, hey, come look at this. To tell me. I was one of the first people on Facebook who even said something because I wasn't sure if it was scripted or not. But Lupita gave it away because her face was looking like, oh.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. And so then I was like, well, maybe this is serious. And think about it. And that's why I say I'm not condoning anything that man did. No one is saying, oh, yeah, just beat up on somebody when they talk about your wife. But at the same time, can we just be honest that on your night, you going to want to hear somebody talking about your wife like that? No.
I'm with you. I agree.
But I don't agree he should have got up there and hit him. I would probably hit him at the after show or something, But in that moment, in that very moment, clearly it was too much. And like I said too, we keep saying, oh, well, it's the entanglement or it's this and that. But if it is her health and we come out to find out that she might be sicker than what we're actually thinking she is, then what?
Is that nothing? The people didn't know.
No, but that's why but still, it's a thin line. Like people's like, oh, well, you wouldn't last in Def Jam. I love Def Comedy Jam. I love it. I check people all the time. I talk about folks all the time. I talk about you, don't
you do.
I do all the time. I do my little jokes. But I promise you, if you had a wife, I wouldn't be sitting there talking about you like that all the time. Because guess how she going to be looking? Say one more thing about my man. Say one more thing. And she going to look at you like, if she say one more thing, I'm going to get her. I'm going to get her. And that's just truth. That is real truth. Like, as a partner, you get in a protective mode with your mate. So that's why I said, no one's saying he should have got up there and slapped that man on national TV.
Oh, yeah, it's some people saying that. It's people saying that.
That's just people saying. But
I'm just saying, a lot of people saying
they just feel like he should have definitely put his hands on him. Now, I don't necessarily feel like that because I always feel my cuss outs do a good enough job. Like I said, you literally are going to have to touch me for me to touch you because my words going to go already cut you down. So I'm not that type of person. What I'm saying is I understand when people become that type of person. And half of the people talking stuff, you fight with people at the grocery store, at the parking lot, at the fast food when they make your food wrong. So don't play with me. You could be having a bad day and you sitting here snapping at the cashier and she looking like, baby, I'm having a bad day too. So we all have those days. We all have those moments. And like I said, when you think that this is a night for celebration or whatever, and Chris Rock make the jokes, but it would have been better and more tasteful if his joke was more towards her career. It wasn't no G.I. Jane joke towards her career. The reference was her hair. And I don't, in the Black community, what we say you don't talk about. What you gonna talk about?
I get that, but it was reference to a character more so because she fit the character description.
The character didn't have
not
no hair on her
necessarily
head.
about the hair.
The character didn't have no hair on her head.
Exactly. She's bald head, the character bald head. It makes sense.
One was bald head by choice. That don't make sense. That don't make sense.
I really don't believe that man knew about the alopecia shit.
I really think he did. I think he did, because for you to say as soon as you said it out your mouth that you sort of knew you shouldn't have said it, and where is your reflexes, baby? Ain't nobody finna walk up on stage on me. Y'all, come on now.
Oh, we gonna get to that too. Hold on, we gonna get to that. I forgot about that part. We gonna get to that. I got so much to talk about. Okay, that's okay. Man, I got so many notes to hit up. Oh my God. Okay, so Krista, as a woman, this is one of the biggest issue I had with the people response to this. I think me and you both on the same page that the man shouldn't have went up there and hit him. We know everybody gets fed up, but at the end of the day, he should have done that. My problem is majority of it's the men. I'm shocked by the men. Like, I'm so disappointed in the men response. Like a lot of the guys, they basically saying like he did the right thing by going up there slapping the man for defending his wife's honor. I get it. Everybody get fed up, but that's as like they said, yeah, black men, like, I'm disappointed in black men not agreeing with that. I'm like, I agree. Black men supposed to protect their women.
Yes,
but that's not the type of protection that we're talking about right there. That we don't protect over trivia stuff, you know. Like,
but is it trivia if it's your health?
You're gonna protect when it's life and death, or a person is in danger bodily. That's not bodily danger. So in the real world, this Hollywood, that's Hollywood. They can get away with that shit. In the real world, if your husband going on stage at a comedy show to slap a comedian, gonna have real life consequences for your family.
Yes, and some of them be wanting to do that. No one is saying, but once again, we're taking it and saying, oh, as a comedian, you can't go to a comedy show and do that. No, you can't do that, because that's not one of your peers either. Chris Rock, they're peers. It's a different level. It's a whole different level.
In the real world, you can't do that to your peers.
In the real world.
Hold on, you're breaking up. Hold on. I want to hear this. Hold on. Let me get you back. Oh, you froze on me. Okay, I hear you now.
Oh yes.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Cool. Better if I get my little Wi-Fi out the car. That's probably
yeah. Don't do that. I can kill a little time talking.
Yes, yeah. Go ahead and share your beautiful side to the story.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. So basically, I'm disappointed in a lot of the men. I'm not disappointed in the women. I understand how women work. Y'all emotional. Y'all not the logical side of things when it comes to this. It's the men I'm disappointed. They supposed to be logical, sound thinking, rational thinking type of people, genders. And the guys are talking about, yeah, he did the right thing, defending his woman honor, going on the stage and slapping the guy. I'm like, that is not how you handle conflict resolution. This, as a man, when we talk about protecting women, protecting the family, it's to protect the family when they are in bodily harm. That's what protection is all about. A comedian making lighthearted jokes or saying some funny shit, that's not our duty as men as protection. If we're gonna risk it all, let's risk it for something more meaningful. Like when a woman and a kid or somebody's life is really in danger. Like getting assault charges.
He ain't getting charged.
I'm just talking about in just regular Joe. As men, we just can't go up slapping folks over some trivia bullshit because you hurt my feelings, or you saying this, that about my mama and my wife. You said my kid cockeyed or some shit. Okay, that maybe, man. Maybe you need to whoop ass then. But you get what I'm trying to say, man. Like, this is not what we mean by protecting the family, like over stuff like this.
But see, that's your opinion.
Where you stand? Go ahead.
I stand that you protect. I mean, to me, like I said, I wouldn't do it and everything like that. But I know, but at the same time, certain times I would do it. If you go too hard on my husband, I'm gonna snap. That's just the truth of the matter. Does it mean that I'm supposed to in this very moment? Does it mean I could have kept my cool? But see, now at the same time, I will say that me and my husband are both like fire. So usually one of us tries to put the other out so that it doesn't have to escalate to that point. But I mean, sometimes it do. And then let's not be playing. People do that all. How many people will stick their boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife on somebody? We see this all the time.
And it's wrong.
But she didn't. It was a lot of emotion. Like I said, it's a big night. It's a big night. It's a big night. And you're supposed to be my peer. And then what was the funniest part is that people like, oh, well, Chris Rock and him supposed to be cool. So if we supposed to be cool, you don't think that's taking it a little too far?
That part added something to
folks are in friendships about stuff like if I'm sharing with you some intimate stuff, and then you get out in the public eye and you make them same jokes or whatever. Like I said, as soon as you get a woman, I ain't gonna be able to make the same jokes I make with you. Not in her face, because she gonna be looking like, no, baby, don't talk about my band like that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Jokingly or not.
Let's think of the bigger picture back. I want to tie this back into the community as well, because I'm just going off what the people been reacting and how they've been reacting. I seen it all. I'm in Facebook jail because of these Negroes.
Yes, you are. You talk too much. See, you one who talk a lot. See?
Ain't nobody gonna come slap me. I wish a motherfucker would. But but okay. So Crystal, this I'm bringing this issue back to the women now. This is my problem with the women. My issue with the men talking about they risking their freedom, their lives, livelihood over trivia stuff. Now with the women, my issue is you pushing the man to in danger to defend so-called honor in these situations where it shouldn't be. A man should be pushed to defend, and that's my problem with the women.
Health? That's why I keep telling y'all, on his wife's health. If it was her career, that's one thing. I promise you, it's one thing. If it was solely the career that he was making a joke for, I definitely would be like, you know what, Will, you went too far. You went too far. But baby, like I keep telling y'all opened up the doors when you attack health wise. That's just the truth. People
okay, let's bring it home. Let's bring it home.
Because it's a fight for less. People are fighting for less than that. I don't agree with that.
That's the issue, though. We fighting over dumb shit in the community. You know, let's just say hypothetical. Let's bring it home. Let's say you had the same issue. You at work. You go back home. You tell your husband, like, my coworker was talking about my bald head, and he know I got alopecia. Do your husband supposed to come up to the job and beat the dude ass?
He will.
I ain't say he will. I'm just saying, would you encourage him to do that?
Not to, he will.
But I'm saying, would you say, babe, I need you to come and handle this nigga?
He gonna come beat him up.
But would you tell him to?
No.
Okay, look,
the bad part is my husband said, I hope she would. People are protective. People are protective. And then let's be honest, the man is from Philly.
Exactly. So, but you wouldn't encourage your man. You would just like, I'm gonna go to HR. I'm gonna do this the right way, right? That's the thing. It seems like a lot.
It depends. It depends on the level of disrespect. I promise you it do.
Okay.
But too, it depends on the person as well. Like I said, I'm not a necessary confrontational person to the fact where I want to do bodily harm to anybody unless it's like a serious topic. Like people talk about me and my husband all the time. People are going to talk about you. But amongst your peers, it's a whole different thing. Amongst the night you are celebrating, it's a whole different thing.
So, let me ask you, do you disagree that women shouldn't be pushing their men into situations?
I mean, I think men choose wrong when it comes to women anyway. That's a personal problem. See that right there? That's a personal problem. I tell you all the time. If you pick right, you'll be all right. Y'all like to pick wrong, and that's just the truth of the matter. Because what you be looking for in a woman, that's a personal problem. Are you making sure that one of y'all are the level head in a serious situation? Like that's real stuff. You got to figure that out. It can't just be what go on in the bedroom. It can't be just what she looked like on my arm. And if she is that type of person, or you are y'all seeking some type of positive outlet to fix those type of things? People aren't. That's a you problem. That ain't got nothing to do with me as a Black person. That's on you, boo. You need to heal. See, there's a lot of hurt people that are comfortable with hurting other people. That's a you problem. I don't hurt people and everything.
So overall, Will Smith picked the wrong one. That's what I got.
No, I feel like Chris Rock picked the wrong time. He can't. Will Smith couldn't have picked the wrong one because Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith are how many years in? Over 20. They got 2 beautiful kids. They have a positive relationship with the mother of with the first wife and her child. They have this whole co-parenting thing going on. So
this man has always got it. Now he with this woman that always got him got to defend his manhood.
He's not having to defend anything. He is being open with what he's going through. People didn't even read his book. He feels like as a man, he is supposed to be a better protector because of his things that he has went through in childhood. He even said on the Red Table Talk, without Jada and them there, with Serena and Venus and her family there, that after playing King Richard, after playing their father, that he realized he wasn't as much of a protector as King Richard was. Because Richard wasn't going when it came to Serena and Venus. You wasn't going to talk to them any kind of way.
He took it a little too far though.
I'm not saying he didn't. But you can't, what people keep forgetting, you can't get time back. If we could get time back, we would have been hopped in there and got the slavery taken care of if we could get time back. If you could get time back, people would always go back and fix things that they did. Say things you shouldn't have said or whatever, or say things you should have said. But the truth of the matter is you can't get time back. When time is time.
Yeah.
The first 20 minutes of the show, we can't get back.
That's true. How you feel about Chris Rock and how he handled that?
I mean, he handled it well. He did well. He knew he made an insensitive joke. He wasn't expecting that slap, which I don't know how you weren't expecting it, because my antennas, like, you not walking up on me. The way that man walked up on you, I know you didn't, and you just told a joke. There's no way you thought he was gonna hug you. It's just no way possible that you
with being Will Smith, you probably could expect that too.
So his antenna wasn't twitching. It wasn't twitching. And everything.
Somebody said you the star of the show.
I am not.
Hey, what is the Arabia? They say, hey, this sister is the star of the show. I be trying to have her on more often.
I just try to come from a place where I take myself out of it sometimes, because see, a lot of people don't put themselves in it, and now you side-eyeing your wife, you side-eyeing your little girlfriend. People are making an excuse now where, oh, well, we don't need to be married, and that's why I'm not married, and that's just an excuse. You got to take yourself out. Would I handle it that way? Would my husband and me handle it that way? More than likely not. Like I said, we probably would have got you at the after party. So either way, it was gonna go down. But like, come on, like, you gotta really sincerely give folks grace. Like, you talking about his first time winning this Oscar and everything. And to be honest with you, the Oscars need their butt whooped because they wrote some horrible jokes.
When have they ever wrote good
Even with
jokes
the
though?
other three, with Regina and Wanda, and I don't remember that girl name. I think her name Amy. They wrote some distasteful jokes that y'all could have scratched that off. Cause like when the whole crowd isn't laughing and people are like, oh, when you hear that response instead of us cackling, that lets you know that some of that stuff is just insensitive. And that's why Will said it too. We have to, as peers, not only make these jokes, but we have to take these jokes. And all the time you don't want to take it. Like seriously, okay. Just to be transparent. Sometimes I get on Kentu by his height. If I did that all the time, you wouldn't want to talk to me. If I did it all the time, if I did it every day, you'd be looking like, you know what, Crystal?
For the record, guys, for y'all that don't know me, I'm not 5'4" or nothing. I'm 5'8". So don't get it twisted. I'm somebody probably watching this like, damn, dude must be like 5'3" or some shit. No, I'm not. Like, I'm not that short. Good God. But anyway, yes, Chris, that's
look at you, good guy. See? But like I said, if I always brought it up though, like always, if I continuously brought it up to you, at some point you'd be looking like, hold up, girl. Like, don't get cute. Like, golly. And that's all I'm saying too. That's why I said that I take the Oscars in account and everything like that. And I take these peers in account because you're my peer. That like these people are all here for the same thing. All of y'all are actors and actresses. Like you sort of like you can make jokes, but at the same time, would you have made that joke with Denzel? Nope.
Denzel ain't got all this shit going on.
No, but you can still make a joke.
Denzel is a modern citizen.
It's still comedy.
Him and his wife, they keep their stuff private. But you can they ain't got no August coming out the woodwork talking about smashing the man wife.
Who want to come out the woodwork? People want that fame. That little boy, heck, we couldn't talk about him that bad because he was supposed to be sickly. Now she was trying to nurse him back to health.
Yeah, she nursed him all right. She nursed him all right.
She was trying to help him.
She got him back. She got him back, right?
Too. How many times does the boss end up sleeping with the secretary because you're working so close together all the time? Like, come on. I'm not saying that their entanglement was right. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is some people have that type of relationship. And it's so funny how people are coming down, but then men are all talking about most of the time of how they would like to have multiple wives. They would have to like to have multiple girlfriends. So these people are being honest about theirs. And now all of a sudden we got a problem with it. Yeah. Because guys are quick. I love to have more than one. Okay. But when both of y'all have more than one, is it okay?
Yeah, but none of Will's came back embarrassing Jayla.
But you can't say that because they might have done it privately. Like I said, you can't control the side pieces. If we could control the side pieces, it wouldn't be no side pieces like that. You can't control them, baby.
Well, since she wasn't able to control, that's why they need to just it's out of hand now.
But people like side pieces. So what you gonna do? You don't just go to the store and get no chicken.
And I put a lot of this on Will too. All of that fine and dandy, but it's some boundaries. He didn't have no boundaries. You got this man in your house on the other side of the
baby. They live a life that we don't live. See, that's that life.
But listen, that was the beginning. That was the issue right there.
But it wasn't for them. It wasn't for them. Their house is so big that they could really, really do that. See, we thinking about our home.
I know how big
baby, you ain't gonna be across the hall.
But just off strength, that shouldn't even been an option anyway.
But why?
Because now they got these issues. That is why. He cried and getting teared out on the red table talk. That's why. Because
you can't say that. You can't say that. If a man can sit here and openly say, "Oh, I want multiple wives, I want multiple girlfriends," if a girl can't come to you and be like, "Well, baby, if you are gonna do all this, then I am too." So clearly they had that type of conversation where it came to, At the end of the day, I love us. This is working. This is working. Now,
I
sometimes
think it
we
goes
might
back to
have a
what
little
you said.
temptation.
It go back to what
Sometimes
you
we might
said.
have a
He
little
picked the
temptation.
wrong one. See, if he had the right one, she probably would have done it a little better.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope. You can't say
Yep.
that. These folks over 20 years in the game together. You can't say that. And he found her. He was infatuated with her. He had a whole wife. That sounds like a me problem once again. That's a him problem. That's a
I
him problem.
agree.
He already had a wife
I agree. I agree. That
and
I
everything.
agree with you on.
He like dude. But at the same time, sometimes in those relationships too, you gotta take the sex being a deal breaker off the table. You see what I'm saying? Because you got women coming at you. At the height of Jada's career, she had men coming at her. That like she might not have a relevant career right now, but never forget Low Down Dirty Shame. She was a bad mama jamma. She has a catalog, so she has people coming at her too. Sometimes it's easier in that industry to just be transparent and to just be fluid with it, so that you don't have to worry. It was for me. It was more August trying to come out and trying to disrupt them. If anything, you thought
Yeah.
by you telling that was going to break up their home, but they showed you. Like she slick told you in the bedroom one night, you're not getting in between it. But you, just like a side chicken making their head, you said to yourself, I'm gonna come up in there and get that. No, baby. Now we don't even know where you at like that.
Mm.
Where are you? Where is he? Have you
One
seen
thing the positive I can take, I'm glad Chris Rock didn't press charges.
I didn't think he would. He probably sent him a CashApp or a Zelle. That's what I
Yeah,
told
he
him.
probably did.
Because
But
I
I'm
would have.
glad.
I ain't gonna
I'm
play.
glad.
Don't give me a
Happy
little
about that.
something.
I'm glad Chris didn't press any charges. Whether you're a fan of Chris Rock or not, I think that's a great thing that he did not get the police involved
I
with the
agree.
situation.
I
Um,
agree.
I
I really
think
truly
that,
agree.
yeah, because that would have just
Because it's
put a
not
change.
always. I mean, it was a slap. First of all, if he would have sat here and stumped you out on TV, yeah, I need to press a little charge. But he slapped him and he went and sat back down.
Do you
I
think
mean,
Chris Rock should have swung back?
no,
No.
I don't. I mean, I honestly don't. Then it would have been bigger. It would have been bigger than letting it die down. It's just like when that's like saying that should Jay-Z have hit Solange in the elevator? He didn't. He didn't. He just
I
sat there like,
think
like
looking
sometimes
back on it, that was
when
a
you in the
ugly.
wrong, sometimes like, I just gotta go ahead. And I heard the whole audio. And he said like it was a G.I. Jane joke. But still, your G.I. Jane reference was still coming to her hair, the way her hair was, which was still something that's a health issue, even
Which
if it's not,
I
even if
don't
it's
think
not a
he knew
dying health
about.
issue, even if it's not a dying health issue. One of the biggest things for a Black woman is her what? Is our hair. Chris Rock did a whole documentary on it. That's how you know it's real. He did one. He did a hair documentary. Black women, we are very insecure at times when it comes to our hair because you feel like you're not adequate if you don't have this and you don't have that. And men will tell you, I don't want to see you in all that weave and all that makeup and stuff. But
I
baby,
want
come
to
here
hear
and get her
Jada.
hair looking
I
like
want to hear
Jada.
Jada say that's the reason why she gave the look. Because I don't even think that's what she was upset.
I think it will.
I don't think the whole alopecia thing. I think that's us adding to that.
So what you think it will?
I think she just didn't like the nigga hot siding on the period. It could have been anything. She wasn't gonna like it.
I doubt that.
It could have been anything.
I doubt that.
But we would never know unless she come bring it to the red
Their
table.
peers was running out with these jokes.
But we'll find out. I guarantee she gonna do a red table talk on this.
Shoot, Chris Rock probably gonna come sit down. But at the same time, like I want to get people to see too. Like you should be able to resolve things like this too. So they should be able to sit down and move past it. It happens. See, we get naive and act like this don't happen. Babe, my folks will fight you for less if you come incorrect. And then we gonna bounce back. Like families have these same disputes and bounce back. It's really about how you bounce back. Because like I said, you can't get the time back. You cannot get the time back. I can't undo what I said. I can't undo what I did to you physically. And like Chris Rock said, he hit me mostly in my gums anyway.
But jumping back to Will, this was really weak on his part. He hit this man doing a stand up. He can't. Chris Rock really couldn't defend himself because he's doing a job. Like,
no, but he could have ran. He could do, that little jog off the stage, like, boy, you play too much. He could did something. That's what I would have did. I would have been there like, hey, that would have been me. Cause like how you like, and then he even said it. The fact that he didn't even say Will. He was like, oh, look at Richard coming up here. So you were still being funny, but your antenna wasn't twitching. Like, why wasn't it twitching? But I bet you was gonna twitch. It's gonna twitch from now on. That little thing on. Don't let the people go over it. I promise you, I hate it happen. I hate it happen because it's taken away from so many things that happen at the Oscars. But I'm never.
That would never be. Nobody would know about now.
But I'm never ever gonna be that black person who act like, oh, this done took us back 400 years. We're human.
Well, let's talk about that. Did this take us back?
See, now you're gonna give me fired from a job. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. I just don't. I don't believe in that because we don't do it for any other race. So I'm not gonna do it for mine. I never. Okay. I don't even believe in that stereotype, that narrative. I can't stand that narrative. I can't stand when people sit here and act like you have to be the token person for the whole community. That's too much to bear. That is the most unfair thing that you do to a person is make you like he's not the sponsored person for the light-skinned man, for all black men, for married man. He is just Will Smith.
True.
And he had a bad moment. I'm not gonna play this. Oh, we don't went back. They not gonna invite us here because half the time, don't we say we shouldn't be at the award show anyway? So you got to make it make sense. I'm never gonna do that. He don't speak for all black people. It happened. It happened. We're not even in this man category. So how does it take us back? We ain't actors and actresses. The only thing that this gonna take back is making sure at award show they got more security. That's it. That's the only thing you should be taking away. Not, oh, this make black folks look bad and that's why they don't take us nowhere and they don't invite us nowhere. Baby, please.
Yeah. They don't want us there anyway.
All the time.
They don't want us there anyway, so.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, in the same breath, if we're going to say that, then why would I truly care about it making me look bad? We don't know me. Jayla don't know me. How it make me look bad?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's an unjust that we do to ourselves. Because nobody else does that. That's just like when they was like, see, this some black on black crime. Baby, unless you're going to talk about white on white crime. Don't come at me. We don't even you don't even know how to use that language. It don't even sound right when you say white on white crime, but it sounds right to say black on black crime, huh? No, baby. Don't mind the business now. These people are human beings. Give them like it happens. People fight. Every race fight. Every last one of them fight. They all fight. Don't we be watching them videos on TikTok and stuff of the people overseas in India and China and stuff getting into it? I know you be watching them because I be watching them too. Do we sit there and say, oh, this took the race back? This took the Chinese folk that took them back 500 years. Okay, Russia and Ukraine getting into it. Does that take them back 500 years?
That's a great point. That's a great point. They over there beating each other, shooting each other with rockets and shit. You like,
seriously, does that take them back? Does it take them back? Or are they just more surprised that these Europeans are acting this way?
I don't know why they always fight with each other.
Is that not the narrative? Oh, I can't believe they acting like this. But it ain't taking them back nowhere. It's only us that is taking them back. That's why I don't do that narrative. And I honestly almost cuss people out when they do it because that's a disservice that you're doing to yourself. By acting like we have to be even. And I know we ain't talking about the judge, but it's the same thing. Like, you got to work twice as hard. You got to be twice as, smart. You got to hold your opinion. You can't come too aggressive. You got to be like, who has time to be in that box?
Yeah.
I don't live in that box. You're not going to put me in that box and tell me I got to be the spokesperson for black people. I don't have to be that. You know what I'm saying? As far as my everyday action, I support my people. I will help my people. I will help pull my people up. But that is a crab in a bucket mentality to act like, oh, black on black crime and oh my gosh, we so bad. Take that conversation and take it on somewhere. Because when other people do it, you don't have that same energy for them. If Bradley Cooper would have slapped somebody, would we have been sitting here talking about he done took the white man back 500 years?
Nope.
So why would I ever have that narrative for my people? We are human. We make mistakes. We do. We honestly make mistakes. Everybody make mistakes. Ain't none of us perfect. We all have bad moments that you wish somebody didn't see you in that light.
Mm.
And that's what happened last night. No one was expecting Will Smith to do that. Nobody. Especially Chris Rock, which was evident because you didn't move fast enough for me. But at the same time, you can't take it back. I can't get that moment back. I can't get in the time machine. I can't do anything and everything. But to help another side of people perpetuate that lie, that black on black crime, and this why they don't take us nowhere and we don't know how to act. What?
Mm.
Why would you even let somebody put that on your shoulders?
So how you feel? You think the younger generation, how would you think they would take this away as thinking like that's how we need to handle conflict resolution?
The younger generation already do that. You didn't see them kids beating up their substitute teacher with their chair in Texas. Wasn't that Texas?
I don't know. We don't act like
that. You don't want to say it with Texas. I really want to say it with Texas.
So you saying we have an overall society problem then with conflict resolution?
Do. It's a society problem. It is a society problem, not a black problem. It is first of all, to be honest, it's an American problem.
Okay.
Because America, what we say, America is a bully. So our people are going. If we say America is a bully, then what would that mean about a citizen?
The people are bullies too.
Oh, okay. Like we just got to be honest. We some bullies. So and sometimes you take stuff too far, and we don't live in the society anymore. When I grew up, it was sticks and stones may break my bones, the words will never hurt me. I repeated that as a kid my whole life.
Me too. Yep.
Kids don't repeat that no more. People don't repeat that no more. You know what I'm saying? Nobody lives by that code anymore. So that's why I'm saying too, I'm never saying that he's right for what he did, but I also realize in this time we don't live by the sticks and stones may break my bones, but words never hurt me. We have now start saying it's power in the tongue. Be careful what you say about people. Be careful how you talk about people. Be careful how you talk to people. That's the new conversation. So in that as well, that's how all that gets messed up.
It's Block talking about America needs to make fighting legal. No, I mean, I don't know. What you think fighting legal?
I'm telling you, see, we're aggressive now. And like I said, I don't necessarily agree. But it's just the truth of the matter. Like, people are very aggressive now with the words that you use towards them. And I understand that. And maybe that's just my sociology background. But I understand that society don't function like they functioned back in 1993.
Yeah.
And everything. Even when somebody was like, well, he ain't had that same energy for Tupac. Like I told him, Tupac dead, baby. What energy you want him to have for that man? Rest his soul, but he dead. Like, I had to worry about that man in 1996. I ain't got to worry about him no more. What energy he supposed to have? He supposed to go stuff on his grave? Come on. Like, we not making sense. The man gone.
I think overall with Krista, I think a lot of the stuff for the most part, we agree on. We agree that it shouldn't have happened.
Yes.
He should have went up on that stage and slapped that man.
He shouldn't have went on that stage and slapped that
man. Agree that black men shouldn't be risking their lives.
I didn't say all that.
Yes, you did. You agreed. You agreed. Black men shouldn't be risking their lives for.
Black men should choose better. That's what I said.
Okay, I agree with you on that. Black men should choose better.
Y'all keep choosing horrible people. No digs at my women, but these women need healing and these men need healing.
It's gonna always be a situation because a woman gonna want you to do something that, as a man,
not
you should do.
Not necessarily. I promise you. Like I said, even in my personal life, me and my husband are both, like I said, we're both fire. But what we try to do is make sure both of us are not on fire at the same time. Literally. If I'm mad, he calming me down. If he mad, I'm calming him down. Once again, you got to pick your mate correctly, but they don't want to have that conversation. If you keep picking for the outside without looking at the inside, that ain't my problem. You looking at that jelly donut, but it ain't jelly in there. It's grease. It's oil. It's stuff that ain't supposed to be in a jelly. Like you thought it was jelly. It's ketchup. Like why are you eating it? Thank you. But that's like that's a you problem. And I promise you, if men and women both start choosing each other better, it would be better. If people start having effective communication in their relationships of, oh, well, this is what I expect, or this is what I need, or our relationship, I want, this is what I envision our relationship to look like, that's a whole different category. But people aren't having them conversations. They not. I promise you they not. Because people are too busy trying to lie their way into somebody's drawers. And then you're mad because you thought she was Princess Diana, and it was a wicked witch from the East. And now we supposed to be, oh man, I'm sorry. No, you should have knew. You should have seen the signs. People give red flags all the time. But what people say, oh, I could change him. I could turn her into this and I could turn him into that.
I agree.
First of all, you can't do that. People gotta want to change themselves.
That's the issue Will ran into. He
didn't
know. He didn't know.
But we can't say that. Their relationship and what they need from each other works for them. It works for them. And what Will is also, when he made a statement, because I promise you, from here on out, his peers are going to stop them Jada jokes.
I agree. I agree on that.
And when he walked off, that's how he sort of walked off. Was like, I'm tired. Because like I said, even though they share it in the public eye about being transparent in their relationship and everything, that still don't necessarily give you the right to just pick. It don't. It doesn't. Just because people are transparent in what they're going through doesn't give us the right, because we're not being transparent all the time, to start picking at them. Especially if you are my peer. Like I said, we keep trying to put us in a situation. We're not actors and actresses. We have Chris Rock and him have been in the industry just as long together. Like that's a different respect level. Like I said, I wouldn't have did it. But at the same time, I can understand when you get frustrated with your so-called friends or your so-called peers and stuff, and you feel like, hey, dude, like that ain't funny.
But at the end of the day, he should have.
We find out that Will Smith told them not to make that type of joke. That's why I say at the same time I blame the Oscars, because certain things should be off limit.
Certain things should be off limit. But this is where we gonna agree with. That was lighthearted. That was like very lighthearted. Like G.I. Jane. I'm like, that ain't nothing.
Chris Rock said the same thing after he slapped him. It still didn't stop that slap. Because see, we gotta also think that is your opinion. Our opinion is that's lighthearted until the joke is on you. And that's why I said I like to be like trying to put yourself in those shoes of you getting an award. That's like you getting an award for all the beautiful things you do in the community. And I get up there on the mic because I know you, and I talk about everything else on that night. It's gonna be looking like, did you really have to do that?
I wouldn't get up and get upset. You talked about my height.
I'm not worried about you smacking me either, because baby, I got reflexes. But you might still look at me some type of way, like I probably shouldn't have had her do my little speak or whatever. Like Chris Rock, you should have got on somebody else, talk about somebody else. You were doing good with the other joke with Penelope Cruz and them, or whatever, say that's her name, and her husband. You were doing good with that little joke. But like I told you too, he did it, and then that Amy girl, I want to say her name is Amy, came and did it again to the one dude who was married to Kirsten Dunst. So y'all were still trying to make something, like you were still trying to joke, because she made her get up off the seat like, you ain't nobody. If that lady would have slapped her, then what? Like, you got to stop playing people like that. Just because your wife or mate might not have the same career as you. Like Kirsten Dunst, she's an old school star or whatever. Bring it on, the Bring It On girl with Gabrielle Union. But her husband currently is doing movies. He was in The Black Messiah He was an FBI agent in the Black Messiah. So
Okay, I remember now.
he get right. So he get roles. But she made that same joke like, "Oh, get about this seat, girl. You know, you just a seat filler." And it's funny. It's funny. But at the same time, it's like, damn. Like, dude, see, like, and even the boy, he's like, "That's my wife." And you could tell on his face, he wasn't laughing. He did a, like a like a because dang, you still disrespecting my wife. You still disrespecting my mate. Like, dang, dude. Like people
But that's
have
what
high
comedians
careers.
do,
And like I
though.
said too, so it like they wouldn't have did Denzel like that. Because his wife, it was before Denzel was Denzel, his wife was she was who she was and everything. She had a career and stuff like that. But now all we know is Denzel Washington. But people don't disrespect her. They call her by her name. They don't even say Mrs. Washington. Because
But now I didn't want to go there, but you did bring it up.
I didn't bring it up.
We talking about we can't compare Denzel White to Jayla.
No, I'm comparing the situations. Like I said, it happened with a whole nother couple.
That's an honorable woman. That's an honorable woman.
No, see, there y'all go. Y'all can't sit there and decide
who's honorable woman. That's
y'all
an honorable
can't decide
woman.
that.
She ain't out here just doing these.
I don't care what that woman out there doing.
And smearing this.
That's what I'm saying.
Name.
See, that's just like people sit here and talk bad about sex workers, and then they sit there paying the $20, $30. That don't make no sense, baby. Don't make no sense.
That's a whole nother topic,
nope,
right
it's
there.
not. No, it's not.
That's a whole nother topic.
People are going to respect women, period. That's like, come on, dude. Y'all ain't making no sense when y'all make them announcements.
I'm just saying.
When you need that pleasure, you're going.
The reason why Denzel woman, I'm just saying the reason why, in general, she get that respect is because of what she is. Because
they don't necessarily share their lives. But then at the same time, we want certain people to share their lives. You do. Will Smith and Jada, like you want them to share their lives. That's just the truth. They do. Some people share their lives. Some people are open like that, and they shouldn't have to always be the butt of a joke. Like I said, because they're open. Like we can't decide that. Like, oh well, since you want to share everything, we just gonna sit here and dog you out and drag it out. Because we always asking for honesty. So they're giving us honesty. They're giving you a peek into their marriage and how they make this work for them. Because there's some people who out here living that life. And that is true.
Yeah.
There's some people having these open relationships. So we got to be transparent. Just like you got people who talk in a monogamous relationships. And they're transparent and open about it. That, oh, well, we go through these struggles. Well, we try these techniques. People are being open because marriage and love looks different for everybody. And that's just the truth of the matter. I might not agree. I'm not an open relationship, but I respect it. I'm not a sister wife relationship, but I don't look down on them. I don't look down on people who have sister wives. Dude, you got to do what works for you.
I don't think people are in that back to the Will and Jayla situation. I don't think people are looking down on the open relationship.
Yes, they are.
They are. No. I think people are looking on how it was managed by Jada.
Baby, once again, if they could get their side chicks in order and their side pieces in order, we wouldn't have side pieces because you wouldn't know they existed. They love to come to light. That's I can't help that. It ain't her fault. We gotta
look at this. A lot of this is Jada's fault.
No, it's not. No. People, we gotta realize that people just like to have somewhere to place blame. The people are being transparent with their marriage. Let it just be that. Nope, that's a personal. I love these guys to death, but that's a personal. Half the dudes who love saying that, I'd be like, baby, what did that girl do to hurt you? Please explain to me. Come sit on my couch and tell me.
No, it ain't nothing personal.
Yeah, come sit down. Come on, lay down. Come lay down with me because you sad. Come sit on the couch. I'm going to get my pen and my paper.
It's the way she's making him look
out there. It's not.
She's making him look bad. The whole situation, how she always emasculating him. It's really bad. It's a bad
So,
look.
people don't want to accept that just might be Will Smith. That's what people don't want to do. People don't want to accept that just might be the type of man he is, because we want to make every black man this certain type of man to necessarily be the black man. Baby, that ain't him. That ain't him. That ain't him. And that's why I say if people actually read his memoir, his book, you would realize that. He has told himself he didn't want to be hard like that because of the transgressions he had to go through in childhood. He made that choice and everything. Even when him and Jada first started out, he was very transparent, and even that she was, aggressive, and he was both aggressive, and he ended up popping her in her damn nose with a newspaper and everything. And she was looking at him like, whoa. And he was like, we can't do this because I don't want to have this type of aggression. And the reason why he doesn't want to have that type of aggression is because he feels like it's in him to be able to hurt her in a way. And I don't want to go through that. I don't want to do that. So that's a him. He's choosing to be that way because of things he's went through. And that's just the truth of the matter. It's not Jada. It's him deciding that this is what I want to look like as a man, a husband, and a partner, and an actor, and stuff like that. That's the only reason this is such a big deal. Is because it's Will Smith, and we weren't expecting it. Like like nobody was expecting.
Man, Crystal, we cover a lot. Golly, we cover a lot.
And I really hope that Chris Rock do come to. I'm gonna be honest. I hope all three of them sit down at the red table talk.
Man,
I do, because at the same time, conversations are necessary. Like just like we sitting here talking, conversations are necessary to move forward in things. And sometimes we get so hard-headed and feel like, oh, well, you ain't got to fool with this person. And like and I ain't gonna lie, on certain situations, I'm with that. I don't fool with you. I'm not gonna make my life no harder. But that's just if I think you like a little demon or devil. That's just me being honest. No, I ain't gonna lie, I don't. But certain people I'm gonna give the grace to. Or whatever. But after about 2-3 times, no, baby, I'm not gonna give you that much grace. But I'm also gonna have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
And everything. And like they said, they talked at the after party. And seriously, like, let's just really consider that that's a lot of emotion. Especially, okay, I'm thinking I'm gonna win. Or whatever. I'm feeling I'm gonna win. You sitting in the front row. So more than likely, when they put you in the front, we always already tell ourselves, like, okay, you about to win. And stuff. It's already a major night. Like I said, the SAG Awards, Laverne Cox had already came at them sideways by asking on the red carpet about, Jada, are we gonna see any more entanglements and stuff like that? Like, it's just sometimes it's a time and a place.
Back to Jada again. Back to Jada.
No, back to sitting there and trying to belittle somebody because her career isn't the same as her husband. And everything. Because people that had the same energy or whatever, shoot, people know that, who is it? Johnny Depp ex-wife. We know she been lying about the things she said that man was doing to her.
Yeah.
And everything. Does that bring that man career back? No, it don't, because he's not into. I'm a Harry Potter Fantastic Beasts fan. He ain't in the movie. He was one of the main characters. He ain't in the new one because of that. Her career, she's still gonna make another Aquaman. But is their community all rallying around and doing all this and, oh, she making the white man look bad and the white women look bad? Nope. But what we always be ready to do? Once again, we're gonna throw us all under that umbrella. Like, this is just a separate entity. They're gonna work it out. They're gonna sit down and have a conversation if they haven't already, and they're gonna move forward. And that's okay. People get slapped. See that? Like, let's not play. People get slapped.
Yeah, Chris Rock should have been looking for that. Give Will that fade after that show though. It like we could talk at the red table after we have.
But once again, some people not violent like that. Like, I mean, I'm with you because, like I said, you hit me, it's on. But I also respect that everybody ain't like that. Everybody's not like that and everything. And clearly, he decided that he wasn't gonna do that because they were on live TV and it was going to make it bigger than what it had to be as well for him to sit there and hit him back and do all this and do all that. So he decided to take a different route because within another month, we all gonna forget that this stuff went on anyway. Like,
exactly.
This is just a hot topic right now. Before it's all over with, like we don't even talk about Beyonce. Like I said, you don't even talk about Beyonce and them in the elevator no more.
No, you don't.
Shoot, that was one of the biggest scandals.
Yeah, it was.
When we got the footage, we was really looking like, oh, y'all really did get the fighting in there. Okay. So we might get the footage of them talking at the after show one day. And maybe Chris hit him on the face a little bit, like, hey man, don't do that no more. We don't know. He might have got his lick back. He might have hugged him tight and pat him on the back real tight, like, hey man, don't do that no more now. Like, I'm sorry, but don't hit me like that no more. We don't know.
Do you think this will hurt the movie?
What movie?
King Richard. Like people, how they view the movie now. Like, I
already thought Serena Daddy was a mess anyway.
I haven't even seen the movie, but now every time if I watch it, now I'm just gonna think about the slap.
You ain't watched it?
No, I haven't.
Make me sick now, baby. I'm mad now. Watch the movie. It's a good movie.
I haven't.
It's a good movie.
It was a really good movie. Okay, I'll check it out.
But
I might watch.
That's what I said too. Now let's be open to with actors and actresses. Sometimes they do take that character home. Rest in peace to Heath Ledger. When he had to take that Joker on role. Sometimes you really take and Will has been very open that after playing that role, it made him view how he was a father and a husband. You know what I'm saying? It made him view that differently too. Because they do take some characters home with them. I'm not making that excuse, but I'm just saying, like, let's just be honest. Because they're not doing no, like Denzel said, we don't do no hard job. But playing these characters, it does take a toll on you.
Yeah, I can see that.
But like I said, Chris Rock didn't say, Will, what you doing? He literally said, Richard. That man's name is not Richard.
He saw the spirit of Richard coming towards his ass.
Thanks. For real. That's what I'm saying. Like, seriously, I'm not even trying to be funny. Like I said, and truly rest in peace to Heath Ledger. But like when you take them characters on, too hard, sometimes that could be an ending result. It don't make it right. Like I said, I'm sure Will Smith went home, and I'm sure today when he made his statement and everything, that he felt like if I could take it back, I would. If I could undo this, I would. Because like no one was expecting you to do that. No, and it felt so out of character. But like I said too, when you feel like you got to protect somebody, or like I said, if you're taking this character a little bit home and you think to yourself, well, what would Richard do? If you didn't took that character along with you to the award show because you getting his award, award for playing this role, he done jumped in like, and like I said, it don't make it right, but it just make it a human reaction and stuff. It sucks.
Yeah, it
but
does.
I'm not gonna say it takes away from our race as people or whatever. And I'm not gonna say it even takes away from him being the great actor and producer and author that he is either. He had a bad moment, and we caught it on TV, and it sucks. But I'm not gonna discredit him or whatever. I'm not even going to discredit Chris Rock, and I'm not going to discredit Jada. It was just a bad moment. And it sucks because it was on national TV, and people are going to continue to replay these videos, and you got the memes coming up now, and folks even getting tattoos of the situation. But honestly, all that is because of social media. We just hype everything up. Everybody love a clickbait. Everybody love to run with it. You want to stay relevant. So you got to play all that stuff into a chord.
Man, that's true. Any final words before we let you go?
I love Jada Pinkett Smith. I'm sorry, and I'm being honest. I named my daughter after Jada, so that's why I said I don't do Jada slander because.
So you came on here with bias of thoughts.
I did. That's my girl. I like short women.
I'm surprised we even got you to talk somewhat down the middle a little bit.
I'm not gonna lie, I do love Jada. I love her. I'm so sorry. I'm a Red Table Talk fan and everything. This little disclosure.
See there, why even invite you on, Lord? As they say, you the star of the show, so I guess you'll be coming back. The star. All right, man.
Oh
Me
yeah,
get
when
on
we
it. I'm
get the
about to
judge,
close.
go ahead and put me in. Tap me in with the judge, baby.
All right, then I got you. All right, folks.
Yeah.
That's Crystal right there, part of the Black Empowerment Movement.
Yeah.
All right, we'll have her back on here. All right, Crystal. See you later.
See you later. Bye, y'all.
All right, guys. Y'all got Crystal. She was by. She a Jada fan. So I'm gonna close this out right here, guys. I'm gonna close this out right now. We've been going live for hour and a half now. So I'm gonna close this out saying this. I feel Crystal on a lot of different points. I feel Crystal on a lot of different things. But overall, that was bad timing on Will Smith's part. It was bad timing. He shouldn't have did that. As a society, that's not how we want to portray ourselves on how we handle conflict resolution. Like as grown men, we don't supposed to handle conflict like that. Okay, I'm not even worried about what the women said how men should do it because women are emotional anyway. So I'm not gonna be worried about they saying he did the right. That was the right time. Blah blah blah. Even Crystal agreed that wasn't even the right time with going on stage at that time. So I think we all need to agree that was bad timing. Like in the real world, away from Hollywood and any other state, you just can't go up because you have a disagreement with someone over trivia stuff and just go up and punch them, slap them without dealing with real world consequences. And I think women should know like you shouldn't be pushing your man or the man you in a relation with to do these type of things. Like if this person is the breadwinner in your house, by pushing your man to get in unnecessary conflict, you taking that person away from being an earner in your household. They're gonna have to go to court. They may get on caught up in the system unnecessarily. Your Nobody's life is in danger in those type of situations. So don't be pushing your man into defending your honor when it's not life or death or bodily injury to protect you from in those type of situations. Away from the Will and Jada situation, my biggest issue is women wanting men to defend honor when that's not our role as men. Like, yeah, we can defend your honor without getting physical, of course. But when it's not physical, men shouldn't be putting hands on other men at all, unless it's somebody trying to physically harm you or the family. That's what black men supposed to do, or men in general supposed to do to protect the family when it's bodily harm in play. Not all this, oh, you got hurt feelings, I need to go beat up somebody type bullshit. No, no. And I think a lot of the women got it misconstrued, and a lot of guys too. And I think a lot of times the guys are like this because, the men nowadays are more emotional. As men, we're not emotional like that. We rational. The women, I can understand why they agree that we supposed to do those things because they're the emotional ones. But overall, it was a good talking with Crystal, getting her point of view on things. But guys, if you're watching, please remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel Black Empowerment Movement. If you're watching now, subscribe, like, leave a comment. If you're going back watching this, hey, leave a C if you agree with Crystal. If you agree with a lot of the things I was saying, hey, leave a K. Type K in there for me. But overall, guys, I really do appreciate y'all for tuning in. Please remember, subscribe, share this video. We trying to grow the YouTube channel, trying to get this thing up to 1,000 subscribers. But overall, I really do appreciate you guys tuning in today. But that's my time, and I'm out of here. All power to the people. Y'all have a good night.